Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. In this video, we shall be doing question 4. This was taken from June 2024 examination. So without wasting any further time, let's tackle the questions. So the statement reads, given the graph of g of x is equals to 1 all over x minus 1 plus 2. The question reads as follows. 4.1. Write down the equation of asymptotes of the graph of g. What are they saying? They want the graph of g, the asymptotes of graph of g. And let's remember, an asymptote is a line that a graph never touch. So we know that this graph is a hyperbolic graph. Okay? Yes. And here there's a vertical and horizontal shapes. Okay, so without wasting time, let's write down. The first one, it will be x is equals to 1. And for the graph of y, it will be y is equals to 2. How did we get these values? Remember, x all over 1. This is the horizontal shifting. Okay, you're just going to take this graph and equate it to 0. Solving for x is equals to 1. Okay, sharp. Let's continue with our questions. 4.2, they are saying draw a graph of g indicating any intercepts with the axis and asymptotes. What are they saying, good people? First of all, they want intercepts. So any intercept is either we're going to equate something to 0. So first of all, let's write down x intercept, we let y equals to 0. Okay, given this graph, let's just rewrite it before we do anything. Over x minus 1 plus 2. So let y equals to 0. We're going to let this equals to 0. So it's going to be 0 equals to 1 over x minus 1 plus 2. Taking the 2 to the left-hand side, this 2 to the left-hand side, we're going to be having a negative 2 equals to 1 over x minus 1. Remember, we are solving for x. And then after this, we are just going to cross multiply the bottom and the top. Remember, here it's the same as negative 2 over 1. Okay, so continuing, we are negative 2 x minus 1 equals to 1. Okay, removing the bracket, it's going to be negative 2x plus 2. Remember, negative times negative is a positive, equals to 1. Taking this to that side, will be having negative 2x equals to negative 1. Okay, and then x will be dividing everything by negative 2, and we're going to get x as our 1 over 2. So therefore, our x-intercept at these two values. Okay, simple, right? Now we want y-intercept. We're gonna let x equals to 0. Same thing, taking this graph, we're gonna say y equals to 1 over 0 plus, sorry, it's a minus 1 plus 2. And then we are going to solve for our value. So 1 over negative 1 plus 2 is equals to negative 1 plus 2 is equals to 1. So therefore, our y-intercept, it will be 0 and 1. We have our two intercepting lines. And remember, the question said any intercepts with the axis and asymptotes. And we have written down our asymptotes. So now let's draw our graph. Our graph in this case will look like this, drawing our Cartesian plane. Remember to label your x and y. Okay, let's use another color. Wait, before that, let's label our x and y, x, and this is y. So we are going to write down everything here. We know that here it's 1. This is our first intercept, right? Our asymptote is at 2. Remember, our asymptote is a line that our graph must never touch. So let's draw that line. You must use dotted lines. Okay? Remember, good people. Good people. So here it's 2. Here it's 1. Okay? And then our x-intercept, let's assume it's here. It's at 1 over 2. Okay? And then our y-asymptote, remember our y, it was a 2. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes. Our x-intercept, asymptote, is at 1. So it's here. Okay, good people. Now, looking at this, the graph itself. This graph is a positive graph. Our A is positive. And we know that if our A is a positive, our graph must look... Where's my pen? Yes. We know that our graph, if A is greater than 0, our graph must look like this, since it's a hyperbola. So, same thing here with our graph. It must look of this nature since A is greater than 0. So, we know first one will be here. To infinity. Remember to write your arrows. And then, since this one, the graph intercept at 2.5. Okay? Remember to write your asymptote. And then there you have it. There is your graph. So let's move. 1.4.3, they are saying determine the values of x, where g of x is greater than 0. So in this state, we can use our graph to determine g of x where it's greater than 0. So let's recall. How do we know whether the graph is greater than greater than 0? So we are going to look at this graph. Wherever the graph, this graph or this graph, they must both be above the x-axis. Okay? They must both be above the x-axis, no matter what. And then you write your values. So in this state, we can say our graph is greater than 0, where x is less than 1 over 2. That's the first one. X must be less than 1 over 2. But then, that's not the only one. The other one is this graph. Already here we know that the graph will be above this x-axis already for this part. So how can we write it? It will be this asymptote, remember it was 1. So therefore, another one, x, must be greater than 1. Okay, good people. Please do not say this. Do not include this equals to sign. Reason being, if you include it, it means that the graph is going to touch this asymptote, of which that is false. So leave it as greater than 1. Okay? Thank you. So let's move. 4.4, I believe, yes, the last one. Now they are saying, determine the equation of the axis of symmetry, of which G has a negative gradient. Negative gradient. Let's look at this graph. We know that if this is our graph, there is this line of symmetry and this line of symmetry. So now the question is, how are we going to, we know that this is negative x and this is just x. Okay, same thing here. We want the negative, they are saying for the negative gradient, so therefore they want this part. They want this part. They want this line, equation of this line. So how are we going to get it? That's a very good question. We are going back to the graph, the equation. We are going to use this. We'll be using this. Okay? And we just write it down. Y 4.4. Y is equals to x minus 1. What's happening? X minus 1 plus 2. Oh, but someone will say, but sir, that's not a negative gradient though. Okay, very true. And then we're just gonna add a negative here. Okay? Yes. So now, let's simplify. It's going to be y is equals to negative x plus 1 plus 2. Our y is equals to negative x plus 3. I hope you guys understand. Please, if there's any question, feel free to ask in the chat box. Thank you.